Hey, what's up? It's Kat from 95.5 WBRU. I'm currently hanging out with 2/5 of local natives, I believe. So can we just do quick, introduction, name, role in the band, maybe a fun fact if you have one?
My name's Nick. I play mostly bass, or my name's Bass. And
My name is Bass. I play mostly Nick.
yeah. Fun fact about me.
Yeah, I know that's like a high pressure question. I always feel bad asking it, but
you should ask us for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's a fun fact about him over there?
Well, this actually is a fun fact about the two of us. Nick and I are in a race to grow our hair out the longest.
Ooh, who's? I guess, are you winning? I can't tell how long your hair is with the bun.
I think we might be exactly equal.
I think we started growing our hair out this exact same time.
The same day, maybe.
Yeah. We got a haircut together. It was a joint haircut. And I don't know if I've trimmed it. You've trimmed.
I've trimmed.
There's been cuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm curious. I'm also, you're both beating me. I'm in the process of growing my hair out. I had shaved the sides of my head a while ago. And it's taking forever. When was this haircut? I have to know.
2013.
2013. Oh, okay, so it's been a while.
It's been a
Okay,
second.
So I don't have to feel bad about not winning.
Years.
Okay, that makes me feel better about myself. All right, well, it is a pleasure having you here. I know that you played a show in Boston not too long ago. Saw lots of Snapchats from my friends there. I was very, very jealous of them. I'm really excited about your set later today at Lollapalooza. And I think that we're actually looking forward to you coming to Providence in October. Which is really exciting. I'm hoping that we'll be able to hang out with y'all again soon with BRU. So I do have to ask you, do you have a new album that's coming out pretty soon, right? September?
Yeah, our album comes out September 9th.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I think it's called Sunlit Youth, and I read this morning that you recorded this album all over the place. And I'm wondering both why and how that influenced the process of writing and recording your music.
I think it was, why not? We kind of had some opportunities to go different places, and it was really awesome, and just getting out of your element and just getting out of the norms of home. You can just do a lot more. You feel in a different groove, just in a different environment. And yeah, a lot of things just came our way, or we just go on little trips, and it was just, I don't know, I'd encourage it for anything really. Just getting out of your element was just so awesome.
So I'm wondering, was it more the getting out of your element that influenced your writing process, or was it the location itself that made things interesting?
Well, so we made most of the record in LA, where we live. It's our home. And the whole sort of ethos behind writing was to sort of throw out some of the rules of what a local native song has to be, and you always kind of want to push yourself and try to do different things. So the answer is both, really. So we went to Thailand, we went to Nicaragua, we went to Joshua Tree and Ojai, and in some cases, the actual environment you can really hear. The songs that we wrote in Nicaragua, all even kind of lyrically. So Ryan and Kelsey and I all write songs, and we're working on lyrics there, and we wrote a bunch of songs in about 10 days there, and they all had these kind of jungle themes throughout them, or musically you could hear some of this influence, and it's so rare to be able to that directly hear the environment in there.
Yeah.
But really, most of it was just to open yourself up and get outside of any kind of box and just say, there's any way I can write a song that I want to.
Of course. Yeah, so you said that you had 10 days to write and record the songs when you were there. Do you deliberately create a time pressure for yourself when you're recording an album, or do you just kind of let the writing process take however long it has to?
It's a combination of both. It's not like a job you can just sort of clock into, right? And it's just really about following the spark of excitement when trying to capture that and feel very creative. And this album for us, more than any album before, I think we really were able to achieve that, and we had a lot of fun throughout the process. But then every now and then you have to set kind of this false deadline, otherwise you will just go forever and ever. I mean, we wrote about 50 songs for this record, which is way more than we ever have in the past. So eventually, we put on this is it. Yeah. This is your last song. Make it good.
And those keep getting moved back. You're oh, it is for sure done in 2015. And you're like for sure February of 2016.
Right, and then it's like, September.
Or even the 10-day trip was like, well, we got a flight back. It has to be 10 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've read. I think that was like the White Stripes recording strategy back in the day when they were recording things. Was they would just like book 6 days in the studio and be like, okay, we just like have to write things this fast. And I feel like that just cannot work for most
not
people.
Fully fair, really. They have about 3 instruments, though.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. And you're all over the place. Like I bet in this album, do you even like really consider yourselves to be like a traditional, like, I guess 5-piece, but you know, like there's like the like 4-piece rock band kind of thing, but you kind of have influences coming from everywhere. So I'm wondering how you like perceive yourself kind of in the world of like alt rock music. Like, do you consider yourselves to still be like we are like a rock band, or do you have like enough influences from elsewhere that you would consider yourselves somewhere like else?
It's a really interesting question. I think we've talked about that a lot, and the answer does sort of shift around. Like on this record, there was a heavy diet of listening to a lot of electronic music, a lot of hip hop, some soul music, and none of that stuff really fits into kind of a standard rock band progression. And I think we just view ourselves as a band, as a 5-piece band. And at the end of the day, we kind of put all these influences together, and then it has to go through this final kind of local natives filter to make the final song. You know, that's what makes us a band, is that it is a democracy and a lot of people putting ideas at the end of a song at the end of the day. So, it's like, what do you call it's whenever you're in the short term, you always want to put something in this tiny little box, but what do you call like a band like the Beatles, who were early influences on us with harmonies and everything? You're just gonna call them a rock band? It's like, no, they're just a band.
Exactly.
You know?
I love that. I feel like that's the way it should be. Like, no, like we're just a band and we make music. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
The Beatles, like, it was less like, all right, this is your instrument. Like Paul's like on piano when he needs to be, or bass when he needs to. Like, it's less like you need to do this one thing and just make the best song you can.
Yeah.
Nick is our bass player, but he's an excellent piano player.
This is really what you're trying to say.
I'm
like,
a lot here.
Yeah, you're just like, this is just like a wink, like I want to play the piano next time kind of thing. Yeah, so kind of along that vein, I think this will be a good kind of like wrap up question. Since you do have, like influences kind of coming from everywhere, if you had to show your album to any one artist and have them like listen to it and give you feedback, who would it be?
Insane question.
like if you had like you're like a CD and you could like send it in the mail to anyone, I think, and just like mail it to like a person that you'd want to listen to your music.
I was gonna say Bowie, but rest in peace.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good like hypothetical answer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm living in this hypothetical world.
Yeah, that's what this is. This isn't real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. David Bowie. All right. What about you?
Maybe I'll do the opposite. Maybe I'll go super current. I think, that Jamie XX record was absolutely one of my favorites of last year. And I think what he's doing with electronic music just feels really interesting and fun and fresh. And I love going on the journey of those songs. So I think that's maybe somebody contemporary that I would enjoy to hear his feedback.
I'm sure that both Jamie XX and David Bowie would absolutely love your new album. I'm sure that I'm going to as well. I hope so.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again for joining us here, and best of luck with the rest of your media circuit and performance this afternoon. So once again, this is Local Natives. I'm Kat. This is 95.5 WBRU.